Get started proper. How are you, everyone? Good morning. Hello. I'm assuming that we're live, or we will be shortly. We're just kicking off every show. Now we start with a little bit of a live countdown just to get warmed up, to get the feels going. Tell us how it's going over there, Bigly, because we're still trying to figure out
Nothing yet.
Things work on the Book of Faces.
Nothing yet.
But we had a really good stream last night, actually. We had an awesome stream
We
last
did.
night.
We had a great stream. We are not live yet.
Exactly. We are not live yet.
Nope.
Well, it just takes a minute or two to come through, I think. So.
We're live on Twitch, though.
Oh, good. Well, that's fantastic. No, we have an error on Facebook. Why is that?
Oh, no.
Let's see what's going on here for our friends on the Book of Faces. Entertain the people, Bigly, whilst I try and figure out what's going on here.
Yeah, Brad did this cute little overlay for the morning show, and Brad wants to do a opener instead of the countdown being for a screen with no one. It's a screen with us.
That's right.
Brad's just trying to figure out what the hell went wrong on Facebook.
I think I know what it was, because they changed, they made some updates.
Oh, no.
For Facebook, and I think they said that you have to stop and reset it up. Does that make sense?
I mean, not really, but I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, you're going to have to trust me, I guess.
Do you trust me?
Do you trust me?
It's very Aladdin of you.
Oh, thank you. I'll take it. Do you have music?
I have music. Do you guys have music? I hear music.
Oh, because I was plugged into the controller last night. I'm not plugged in.
Brad is plugged into nothing. Happy Friday.
Yeah.
It is a special kind of day, special kind of morning, obviously, where Brad is flustered, and
this is me flustered.
This is Brad flustered. Look how flustered he is.
We've been streaming long enough to know that when you do what we do in the world of the streamiverse,
when you do what you do,
that these types of things always happen.
Hello,
so we're gonna try and add
morning.
Facebook Live. I'm gonna stop the countdown.
Oh, okay. He's going to stop the count, but we're not going anywhere. He's just stopping the countdown. Good morning, Sila. Good morning, Ampot. Good morning, Cryo.
Hello, good morning, everybody.
I have such a hard time saying that.
Huh?
Cryo. It's okay, I've got this. Guys, I made these really delicious mixed berry muffins yesterday for brekkies. I have to say they are real good.
They're so fantastic.
Yeah, they're good.
So fantastic.
Skyshot, good morning. How are you?
Hello,
How
good
is
morning.
everyone
Everybody
this
doing
Friday
well?
morning? I had some weird dreams last night. Let me tell you.
You did?
Yeah, I did. I had some really weird dreams. I don't quite remember what they all were now, but I do remember they were weird, and I kept waking up because of them. Yeah. Yeah, it was crazy. Anyone else have weird dreams sometimes that keep them up all night? Because I know that happens with me. Curry, it's game day. You're playing your second session of Glitter Hearts. I'm so in love with this game. What is Glitter Hearts? It sounds beautiful. Do you know what Glitter Hearts is?
No, I've never heard of it before.
Second session of Glitter Hearts. Is it like...
What does one do in Glitter Hearts?
Oh, well, I think we have a follow on Facebook.
Hey, a follow on Facebook. Did you see it there?
I
yes,
do.
You do. Hey,
Adam.
that's 5-putt. That's
What?
5-putt, by the way. You didn't know that, eh?
Where are you looking?
I know
This one.
Adam's secret identity. Yeah, and on our other channels, that's 5-putt. Remember
What?
5-putt was in
Really?
yesterday? Yeah,
That's
yeah.
Adam?
Yeah, that's Adam.
Oh,
that's
what
right.
do you know?
Tell us about the name 5-putt. Where did you come up with 5-putt?
Well, I don't know.
I mean, I'm fairly certain it's golf oriented. Mario Golf, to be specific.
I don't think he can respond yet because we're not live on Facebook still.
Oh, that's right.
He just followed us because you can still do that there.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what is showing on Facebook right now, if anything.
Cryo, it is a magical girl TTRPG. Well, it does sound magical. That is an excellent description of it.
Sounds very waifu-esque.
Cats were having too much fun last night, Scarshak. Been cleaning up all morning. Oh no, that's the worst. Did they like tear your place apart? Because I know when sometimes our cats, we can like hear them and we're like, oh, what have they done? We're gonna have to find that out in the morning.
It's always tricky.
We all
Hey,
also,
it looks like we should be online on Facebook now. There we go.
We are now.
Yes, we are now live on Facebook. That's good. That's good because I definitely wasn't totally sure.
It is. It's working out. You can put that countdown back up
Rent.
now if you want.
I know. Give me one victory at a time.
He's still he's trying. He's got to catch it all up now.
There we go.
And
It's tough
get
to
back.
troubleshoot things live when you're casting. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
You gotta keep your chill, and that's why we got the chill hop vibes coming on.
Sorry, the chill hot vibes.
Chill hop. This is
chill
called chill hop.
hop.
Yeah. Did you know that's actually like a genre?
No.
Yeah, chill hop is actually a genre.
What?
Let's get the countdown back. There we go.
Worst fatality was one of my game
All
maps.
right.
I was work. Oh no, stupid cats.
Okay, I'll get caught up on chat. Thanks for holding it down, Bigly. Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to be absent.
That's
Well,
fine.
no,
I can do
nobody-
just fine without
Nobody
you.
missed me. Nobody missed me.
Aw, I'm sure
Nobody.
someone missed you.
Nobody missed your boy, Basil.
No, I'm sure someone missed you.
It's okay. I'm not that high maintenance, okay?
Sometimes he is.
Sometimes I am. Is this just a continuation of last night's trollathon? Is that what that is?
Maybe. The Dragonborn Bard. You're here once again.
The Dragonborn Bard has returned. We got 4.5 minutes on the counter now. So thank you very much, everybody, for joining us, of course, on this beautiful Friday morning. Why is it beautiful, Bigly?
Because it's us here back.
Oh, that's very modest.
Was it? Because
I mean, I agree, but I do agree.
Was I not supposed to say that? Was that not what
No,
I
I
was
think that makes perfect sense.
Was that not what
I
I
think
was
we're okay.
supposed to say? Was I supposed to say something else?
No, you're
Okay.
supposed to say exactly what you mean to say.
You pulled a bard and wrote a song at 10:34 p.m.
Ooh.
Nighttime writings are the best writings.
Nice, Dragonborn. There you go. When that inspiration hits, you've got to answer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You've got to answer it.
I cannot write songs.
Yes, you can.
No, I'm not. I've
Well,
tried.
we're going to start writing songs together. Starlord23 with this. Speaking of positivity drops, Starlord23, just want to say you're an amazing person and streamer. I love your positive vibes and energy. Keep up the fantastic work. Starlord pops in with these little, these positivity drops on me frequently. So
That's
thank
really
you very much.
But who are you talking
Star-Lord.
about? You said person, so I'm wondering if you're talking about me or if you're talking about him.
I think Starlord spreads this positivity, and
Okay.
it's let's focus on that.
Okay, I was just checking because I
Immediately,
felt a
Bigly
little
turns
left
it into a
out.
competition.
Well, I just felt a little left out because you said he comes in for you, so I
No,
felt a
but I mean,
little
well,
jilted for a minute.
Oh my God! Just take the win, Bigly. Good morning, Trav. How's it going? Good morning. Good morning. We have some pretty big news. I mean, it's not terribly new news. Dustin, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Appreciate you coming on board. This is the Baz&Bigly Friday morning show. Now, we still have a lot of work that we're going to do in this show. Like I said, we want to structure it a little bit more like a morning show. But every Friday morning is going to start like this. Quick little intro, check in, see how everybody's doing. And then we have a little bit more of a structured approach to the show. Do you want to talk a little bit about what we're doing there?
No, because we're supposed to talk about it after the countdown.
Okay, fine. Why don't you give them an overview?
Well, we're going to be doing segments.
Yeah.
There's my overview. I don't want to give too much
Wow.
away. No, because see, this is the thing.
So incredibly
I'll
helpful.
tell you what happens.
See, Starlord said both of you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Starlord. I appreciate it.
Look, you said, and I'm going to explain why I'm not going to explain right now before the countdown is done. It's because we said we would talk about it after our opening, our intro.
That's true.
So,
We did.
And he's like, that's how we'll fill the time today. We'll talk about the segments and get into them a little bit. And he's like, do it all now in a minute. What are we going to do for the rest of the show then, Brad?
Yeah, you're
what
right.
are we going to do?
We had a plan last
this
night
such a
after we finished Miles.
Such a newfie thing for Brad to do, like an East Coast
So
thing,
endearing.
to be like, let's get it all, and like, let's blah, 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 talk
Let's
now.
just get it all out in the first 5 minutes
Right?
and then
Yeah.
spend the next 2 hours and 55 minutes or 1 hour and 55 minutes just like twiddling our thumbs. Trav, you'll be happy to know. How's this for live countdown? Because I know Travis always, anyway.
Oh my God,
I'm
words.
getting my Traverses mixed up with my Travises. Travis was saying that, like, the countdown is like, you get a notification and then you got to wait 15 minutes for it to come in, right? Well, now we're doing live countdowns, especially because we're on Facebook Live. So it's just this opening chat screen with a little 5-minute countdown, and that's it. And then we go right into the show. In fact, we're counting down. We've got the last minute of warm-up, we'll call it. So, and I actually feel a lot better about this. Isn't that nice, Travis? You just click over and you pop in. Here's the reason I'm throwing Travis out there is because we finished Miles Morales, Spider-Man Miles Morales last night on stream. It was incredible. And I keep having Travis Willingham pop into my head because he voices Fisk.
Yeah.
And he's one of the most recognizable. Anyway,
there's
only one Travis.
We're going to keep you company while you supervise junior kindergarten virtual learning.
Good times. Please do.
Just
if you need a little something extra in your coffee this
let
morning
them do what they want to do.
to get you through, then, we're not here to judge. Indeed, Trav, indeed. And with that, the countdown has ended, so let us continue the warm-up. We'll get into the brand new show opener, and we'll get on with this morning show and talk to you a little bit about those new segments we have coming in. It goes something like this. Good morning starts now.
Yeah.
Isn't that nice?
You want that cookie?
Yeah. It is a delicious looking cookie, indeed.
I can make that cookie.
You could make that cookie. Steph made the muffins that we're eating now. Did you mention that in the intro?
I did.
I was probably scrambling with technology, so I thought a Twitch ad just popped in. Those are our built-in ads, exactly. That's the thing.
Oh my God, look at these pretty. Oh, wow.
Oh, they are beautiful. This is kind of the merch test. Actually, it was a wonderful Christmas gift from the lovely Madam Bigly. Speaking of which, welcome to the first Baz&Bigly Morning Show in the new home on Facebook Gaming. Of course, streaming at you across the interwebs, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Your weapon of choice. Choose where you choose.
Yeah.
We'll get you. We'll see you all over the place. So anything goes here. My name is Brad, a.k.a. Shambazzle Games. I'm the Baz&Bigly.
And I am Stef Bigley, or Lenny call me Big League, which is hilarious because I'm so good at video games.
She hasn't been an online kid for as long as I have, so she has less nicknames. That's how the longer you play games and things in the online form, the more nicknames you accumulate. So that's why I have to call. Maybe I don't need. Maybe I'm just Baz from now on. Do you think it's time to? No, there'll always be Shambazzle Games. Wow. You know what, guys? Just occupy yourself. Let her pound that first coffee, because this is like a 2-person show, believe it or not. Indeed. Nice intro. Thank you, Skarshack. Much appreciated. I love the little intros. I think it just adds a nice little.
I love the intros.
Oh, hi.
Shut up.
Oh, hi, Steph. Doing okay? Did something catch your attention?
I was just thinking.
Shiny in the background?
I was thinking of your name. I was thinking how you got your nickname.
Oh.
Because Star-Lord said he likes the new name.
Oh, yes, Baz&Bigly. Thank you, Star-Lord. Yeah, we think it's a little bit more representative of how we've grown. Why don't you talk a little bit about that? Because you are kind of the catalyst for that. And before you do, I just want to show, because you have this really, and you just stuffed your face, so I'll buy you some time. You have this really nice pendant on. It's blocked by your mic right now. Yeah, it's a little like Tinkerbell pendant.
It's my little fairy pendant.
Oh, sorry. I went specific. It's more of an
it's
all-inclusive type of
no,
fairy.
because it's not Tinkerbell.
I see. My big dumb man brain just thinks that's Tinkerbell.
Big dumb membrane.
So, not like I don't watch Disney or anything.
You do.
I do. I watch The Mandalorian.
You watch more than that.
I do. I watch.
Please,
I
don't
watch
be
all the
don't be a
Disney.
man.
No problem there. Believe me, I can turn it off. So tell us a little bit about the name and like the new brand and how things how we got to where we are today.
Mm-hmm. Well, Brad thought, this place is better with Stephanie, so better.
I will never throw to you again if you keep this shit up.
Better include Stephanie all the time. No, but a lot of the stuff was going more towards we were streaming more with both of us instead of just Brad. And originally when he started the channel, he was streaming more by himself. So we wanted to change the name because I am not Shambazzle Games. I wasn't ever.
That's right.
But I was always Bigly ended up always being my nickname.
Whoa. You're more than just an add-on for me. I think that's key to marriage.
Yeah.
I want you to know that you're more than just an add-on for me.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
But yeah, so we decided to include us both in the brand now instead of just him.
Well, it is what it's become.
Plus,
right?
every brand needs a pretty face. I feel like you two are renewing vows. This is close to what our vows were like, actually.
Yeah.
Our vows got many laughs,
More
actually,
drinking.
at our wedding.
More
We did
drinking.
talk. Brad's vows even included a throw to like, I will still love you when you scream at the hockey game in his vows. So
Which was Wednesday.
yeah.
That was our Wednesday, basically.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Disney is epic. I agree, Chance. I like
It is.
how all jacuzzis are hot tubs, but not all hot tubs are jacuzzis. It's true.
Well said.
It's just like my necklace.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'd trade that
Bigly and
necklace for a hot
Baz.
tub,
Oh,
though.
you're right. We should have done that.
Bigly
No.
and Baz. Shut your mouth, Chance. There's no going back. Maybe we'll just rotate it
Yeah.
every now and
No,
then.
Baz&Bigly has a better ring
As a
to it.
surprise. Yeah, Baz&Bigly. It just flows.
I ain't ever
I
seen
guess.
two pretty best friends. You ever seen two pretty best friends?
friends?
That's the funniest quote thing.
Me neither.
Yeah. Have you heard that? It's from like TikTok. A teacher.
Oh, no, is it?
Yeah. So a teacher commented on like a girl's paper saying like it's not believable because like I've never seen two pretty best friends.
Oh my God, really?
So it's like a whole thing.
In 2021?
And then like there's all these people responding to that on TikTok, being like showing them and being like, and then showing their friend and being like, fuck,
It's
like I'm
my
the
best
ugly
friend.
one.
She's a real bad bitch. Got her
But like
own
showing
car.
their best friend and then realizing they're the ugly one and they are like,
It's
right?
like, see, we're pretty.
We're
You're
both
like,
pretty.
"Urgh."
Oh, yeah.
Wow. You have to know, though, as a teacher or just anyone who's anywhere in the world, that if you throw something like that out there into the universe, it's probably going to bite you in the ass, though.
Maybe it's the best thing that's ever happened to him.
Maybe.
Very much now.
Maybe. Yeah. TikTok fame, baby. It's fleeting, isn't it? 60 seconds at a time. You, too, can be the center of attention. Speaking of the center of attention, yes, it's been a fun early ride here on Facebook Gaming. Of course, we have all of our other properties lit up too. We wanted to reach as many people as possible. Like we said, for us, it's really about the sharing, about bringing people in, join this community, continue to create and grow. And this is just a really big step in that path, I guess. So we've been having a really great experience with Facebook Gaming. As of last night, we are affiliated, or the Facebook version of affiliated, which is the Level Up program. So we were eligible for and accepted into the Level Up program, which means we have access to transcoding and a lot of things that are typically partner level in other platforms. So lets us kind of just produce the quality that we want to produce, lets us interact with our community the way that we want to. We can do proper raids. So this weekend, We're going to be putting a lot of attention into understanding how that platform works so that we can optimize it the way that we have with our other platforms. And finally, after tomorrow's pajama stream, which is every Saturday morning, 11 a.m. Hope to see you all there. One of my favorite moments of the weekend. We just roll out in cozies and we play video games and just have a good time. The way Saturday morning cartoons used to be.
I still do my makeup, but I don't quite roll out.
That's my shameless plug. Scarcheck, there's the embedded ad that you're looking for. But the key is once we finish that, we will have completed a full week of streaming with the new platform, and that's really good because then we can turn our attention into improving some things. One of the shows that is probably going to benefit most from that is this show, the Friday morning Baz&Bigly show, or the Baz&Bigly Morning Show. I don't remember the names of our shows. The Friday Baz&Bigly Morning Show. And the reason that's going to be, like we alluded to in the countdown, is that we are going to be completely changing the structure of the show. So we'll always have this back and forth. It'll be constantly interactive. We'll be doing a lot of back and forth, of course, with the community. And now we have chat aggregated across all these platforms. So no matter where you're watching us, you can interact with us in real time. And that is that's the chef's kiss for me, right? Because when I watch people stream, I want to be able to chat. I want to be able to interact with them and things like that.
Who doesn't?
Otherwise, what's the point, right? So we have a couple of other changes coming content-wise, which are really good for that. But the structure of the Baz&Bigly show beyond that is going to change. We have a lot more features that we want to bring. Structure it like a proper morning show. So news, features, segments, some fun little transitions, different overlays to showcase those different features and transitions, or features and segments rather. And then we're going to port it out into a podcast.
Sorry,
absolutely. She's doing the social posting thing. Good for you. Look, you're so good at this now. I love it. I feel like I have become the wing person. Trav, recipes, that's a good idea. But hey, let me pause for a second because I do want to speak to that. Part of the reason why we wanted to bring everything under Baz&Bigly versus Shambazzle Games is because we're becoming more of a lifestyle experience. So we do gaming, we do the morning show, we do all that positivity and stuff like that. But we want to bring the other things that we enjoy into and share with our community, like fooding, recipes, travel, experiences out, and things like that. So we're just going to blow the doors wide open, and that's going to become part of what we are. And that is equally why Baz&Bigly made better sense. Team Purple 5 Putt, we're not leaving. No, absolutely not. I mean, I've been an affiliate there for a very long time. We're not changing anything there. It's just another avenue for people to experience us. But I will say, from a marketing perspective, as a marketing, my marketer instincts have to go off. Facebook is a budding platform. It is in the early stages of a pretty big evolution, and they're putting a lot of effort behind it. So I think we can expect the Facebook Live gaming platform specifically to continue to grow and do well. So that's basically the idea. Yeah. Are we actually in hanging out? Is that no, I don't think let me just see if I can fix that.
Okay.
You just cued me to something, 5 Putt. Over to you, Bigly. Why don't you talk? Right. Why don't you talk a little bit about the segments and stuff like that?
Okay. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna eventually segment out the show. Obviously, we're still gonna do. We're still gonna do the chat with everyone because we love chatting with everyone. But we're gonna just segment the morning show into a few different segments, so we have some specific things that we want to talk about during the week. So we have our intro, our morning, where we just chit chat about whatever before our intro opener. And then after that, we are moving into, what's the first one? I don't remember.
The first segment?
One? Yeah.
Well, we do the warm-up that we just did, which is basically just chit-chat, check in, and get caught up, and then we are going into news.
Right, we're going to do news. Now, when we say news, we don't mean the news that we hear on the news every day, because let's be honest, no one wants more of that.
We'll call it non-heavy news.
Yeah. So basically anything.
Feel good news.
Yeah, it's feel good news. Stuff that we've seen or read or come across during the week that we found really interesting and was good news instead of the world destroying news.
Yeah, no world destroying news.
Because there seems to be lots of that. So we're gonna keep it super positive because that's what we want to do. Like that's the whole goal. And then we're going to be doing moving into funny shit we saw on the internet.
Yeah, funny shit on the internet.
Right?
Yep.
So we're each going to pick something that we found and saw and talk about that. Show it maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. We'll have segments and we'll pull it up on the YouTubes and things like that and share it with you guys.
So that's going to be one of our other segments. Then we're going to have the nerdity warning, which is basically going to be our section for gaming, movies.
Yeah. Nerd porn.
It's nerd porn.
Nerd
exactly.
Porn. Nerdity warning.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that. Yeah.
Like some good news. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, kind of like that. But super low budget. John Krasinski's some good news. It's like
way less
a
celebrities.
really great presentation of like high budget, low budget.
Yeah.
It's like a low budget feel with a very clear like good budget as far as tech goes. And stuff like that. Yeah, and you know that's a really good analogy, Five Pipe, because that's right, because that stopped, right?
We sold it.
And it won't be be as like quite as like heavily it won't be quite as produced as that, but yeah, it's too bad because I think that is the news that people need a lot of time. But you know, and Paul, you said too, it's like topics of discussion. Exactly. So it's less like, it's not your headline news. I think we get more than enough of that, like Bigly said. It's gonna be little things that we pick up. It could be, you know, exciting things that happen in tech or anything like that. Like Consumer Electronics Show is this week. We might do some pieces from that we picked up. Actually, let's jump into that really quick.
Okay.
Let's just test run it. We're just gonna wing it right now.
Well, that's what we said we were gonna do.
We are. And here we go. I want to. This is silly, but I caught part of the LG, the Life's Good technology brand demonstration at CES, the Customer Electronics Show, or Consumer Electronics Show. And I was really excited about this fridge that they were showing. Is that a statement of my age when I get like super excited about like fridge technology? But they have one of these, so it's like one of those glass panels, those LCD panels.
Yeah.
And
there are some cool fridges.
you knock twice on the glass panel and it lights up and it shows you like what's in the fridge. But it's not like,
you gotta have an organized fucking fridge.
it's not like a polarized glass that just shows you a view into the fridge. It's an LCD monitor that like films, like shoots what's in your fridge and then broadcasts it on the LCD monitor.
Why can't I just open my fridge?
That's the idea, is that you don't have to open your fridge and let cold air out. It's more efficient.
Yeah, but I mean, like I usually, when I open my fridge, I'm not like,
No, you're like, because it's a disaster.
No, yeah, but also like you
like Doom on that fridge.
But like,
yeah,
I know
like
what I know what I want when I open my fridge. You know what I mean? I don't need to be like, show me what is in fridge.
I'd love
and
that.
Then,
I don't
and
think
then
you
the
can
fridge,
talk to it yet.
And then the
but
fridge
that would be funny
shows me what's in it, and I'm like, oh right, ooh, I was gonna have mayonnaise, but I totally forgot we had peanut butter. I'm gonna like, you know what I mean?
Well, you know, I don't know. I just it got me pumped. I got excited, but now
I think that
now they've shot down my.
I just think there are
dreams.
cool fridges. I just don't. I feel like that is a useless thing to have.
Thanks.
Give me a fridge built in with like wine.
I mean, yeah, I guess it's like not
I
that
want
cool, I guess.
fridge with wine built into it, like a wine fridge built into my fridge. That's handy.
Well, I could just put wine in the fridge.
No, like a wine specific
like
temperature.
A separate,
yeah. But it's part of the fridge. Shut up. You know about wine. Don't do the whole like just put it in your fridge. Really?
I'll do what I need to do for comedy. You know this. So there you go. Yeah, so that was one of the things that I was excited about, and now I just feel stupid for liking. So
you don't have to feel stupid for liking
it. We have, but yeah, things like that. What did you see that was like newsworthy this week?
Fungi the dolphin and Dingle left the harbor.
Fungi.
So
please explain more, because this is definitely news.
Because this is all I look up. I look up Irish news.
This is the kind of news that you can expect. Tell us about Fungi the dolphin and whatever.
Because I don't want to look at news in North America. I look at news in Europe and Ireland.
I think that's stupid, because when I look at a dolphin, like I know what I want to see. I don't just look at the ocean and think like I need to see what's in there. I know what I'm looking for when I open the ocean.
That's stupid. For those of you who don't know, okay, so Dingle is in County Kerry, and it's
that
on one of
dingle.
the
Nice.
one of the far peninsulas. Brad and I have been there before. And it's really far west Ireland at like more of the southwest like tip. So they have had this dolphin called Fungi there that has lived there for years and years. Like they have boat tours based on it. They have a statue built of him in the town, and like people see him all the time. He's very famous. He makes Dingle famous, and he's been around there for like years and years and years. I don't remember the exact amount of years, but he went missing. They couldn't find him, and they were worried that he had gotten killed.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah.
Deep cut. Yeah.
But supposedly a fisherman who was out confirmed. He's like, no, I saw him. Like, we all know what he looks like because he's a very specific looking dolphin. And dolphins do have like markings and things like that show they can look a certain way. And he's like, no, I've seen him. So now there thinks that he just left the harbor, and he hasn't left. Like, he's lived there for years and like entertained people in the harbor of Dingle, and now he just left. And they think it's because he found like a dolphin pod to go off with.
He realized that he's not here strictly for human entertainment.
He's like, oh shit, friends. Oh damn, human. Fuck no, damn. And he's left.
You know what? You guys are kind of dicks.
So like people of Dingle are pretty sad about it. But of course, like the Irish do, what will they do to make themselves feel better? Find something in England that's going worse. So there's this thing that there are these ravens in like the Tower of London, and there's like an old wives' tale that like if the ravens leave, then it means like the UK will fall. And one of the Queen's ravens has gone missing. So Ireland's like, it's all right, it's just our dolphin. UK's missing their ravens.
It's just the dolphin. You guys are actually missing all of your ravens. Well, I guess the question I have is, as I fiddle with my monitor here, sorry gang, how does the dolphin know? Like, why wouldn't the dolphin have left earlier? I guess is my question. How does the dolphin know to stay around? Do they think. So
I think what the story is, and I could be wrong, but I think the story is that like he got separated from his pod years ago.
Oh, okay.
And ended up kind of being lost and staying in the Dingle Harbor, and then he ended up just staying year after year after year after year after year, and he just stayed and lived in the Dingle Harbor.
That actually makes pretty good sense. Yeah.
But now they're thinking that he had went out and swam out and found a pod of dolphins, and he just decided to stay with them this time. Now I feel like if I remember correctly, I'm fairly certain Fungi was pretty old. Like we could have, when we were there, we could have gone and seen him and gone out in the ocean and done a little Fungi the Dolphin tour, and like he always shows up and like rides besides the boats and things. But
Maybe he's tired of working for free.
Yeah, I had some pretty gnarly boat experiences just a few days before that though, so
that's true. Yeah. Major Lewis, welcome. Thank you for the like.
Yeah.
How's it going, Major Lewis? Member of our Lineage RP Los Santos crew and a fellow Facebook gaming content creator.
Wow, that's nice.
Yeah, check him out. Major Lewis, we just hit level up last night. We finally, we crushed the 100 follower goal, which is great. And then we just had to stream and do what we love. So that was the easy part. But so forgive me because we'll figure out how to do like shout outs proper and all that stuff. But if you're in Facebook chat, check out Major Lewis or just search Major Lewis on Facebook. Yes, we've added Facebook gaming to our repertoire indeed. And we're enjoying it so far for sure. Joe, thank you very much for liking the stream as well. Good morning, Joe. How you doing today? There you go. See, isn't that funny? You press like and then we talk at you. How crazy is that? Modern technology.
I was very. Yeah, that was my news.
Dolphins.
The dolphins.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a great example. So we're going to be doing like segments like that.
My news will just always be from Ireland.
Yeah, it'll probably mostly be Ireland. And some kind of Disney version of an animal interaction, indeed. Well, what do I have for news? I'm going to talk a little bit about...
You talked about your damn fridge. No, sorry. You picked the fridge.
It's not very supportive.
You picked the fridge.
Were you the one who said, like, I don't pay attention to your feelings last night?
Is that what I said? I don't remember.
I don't pay attention. And then we both laughed and laughed and laughed. Just watched episode 1 of WandaVision. Amazing.
Without any, like, no spoilers. But
Joe wouldn't. Joe knows the deal.
Like, did you enjoy it? there. Without saying it's good or bad, did you enjoy it?
Did it meet your expectations? And Joe's a massive hero fan and hero culture comic fan and all that stuff. So I think we can take Joe's word as canon.
Yeah. Yeah, we are gonna watch that tonight. I think that's what we're gonna check out. I would like to watch that.
Yeah, that's a good way to cap off the evening. Actually, it's on deck for us tonight. WandaVision. Looking forward to it. Yeah, Major Lewis. So there's news. I mean, we already talked a little bit about it, so I won't beat it to death. But we did. We finalized our eligibility and submission for the Facebook Level Up program. Level Up program, which gives us a lot more options as content creators and streamers to interact not only with our audiences but also with other streamers. So I'm excited for that. And a lot of our crew from Lineage, from the GTA 5 roleplay community, we're part of, are making the move over here as well. So on that note too, Major Lewis, I've set up a structure now where I can do bonus streams, which are going to be my off hours gaming streams. So I'm looking forward to coming back into the city now and spending a little bit more time there and streaming those streams as well. So I'm excited to get back in there with you guys. Yes, Tyler for real's coming back to Los Santos, my dudes. No worry. No big, just taking a bit of a break, a little offline, a little snizzy, but don't worry, I'm coming back to bring hot, fresh, but also lukewarm slices of za to the face holes of Los Santos. It's going to be great, dudes. That's my character on GTA 5 roleplay. I love it.
I'm so excited.
You are. It's going to be great. Other news. So let's talk news then, or I've got another news thing to drop in, and it's channel news as well. So now we have 4 main shows. Those are Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We've got D&D Mega Stream Wednesday. We have 2Play Baz&Bigly Gaming Thursday evening. We have the Friday morning show, the Baz&Bigly Morning Show. And then we have our pajama stream on Saturday morning. But we want to do more than just streaming. So these are going to give us content opportunities. So we thought about what's one good piece of takeaway craftable content that we can make from each one of these that people are going to hopefully see some value in. So the D&D stream is pretty straightforward. We've got we have map making, time lapses, things like that, all kinds of stuff that I can pull for my D&D community. And on 2Play, we're actually bringing it more into a review, opinion on games format as well. So at the end of every game, at the end of every session, we're going to have a rating system that talks about how we felt about the experience in that session. Mm-hmm. And then when we finish every game, because on 2Play, we play games through to completion, right? Well, I shouldn't say completion. We play through the full story.
We don't do 100% completion, but
we're not platinum
finish
chasing
the
or
game,
anything
though.
like that.
But we finish the game.
Exactly. Bobby Boy Streams, hello and welcome. Coming right back to you in just a minute. So we've got, we're going to do a wrap after we finish every game and give a bit of a review from our perspective. Yeah. And we get really enthusiastic about games because just like the news thing, I think we have enough critical analysis of games out there. And frankly, I find a lot of gaming critics to be sort of shitty. And I don't I realize that I've started to identify less and less with your standard gaming critic and more with other gamers, word of mouth. So that's what we want to do. We want to give you a solid organic word of mouth type gaming review from people who just played it through. Yeah. So we're looking forward to that. And then the Friday morning show, of course, the content takeaway from this will be the podcast that we're going to break out after each show. And then the Saturday pajama stream is just chill fun, but it is a continuation of 2Play, so it will also benefit from that review structure. So that is the kind of roadmap for the plan, the shows that we want to produce, the experience that we want to deliver to our audiences. So yeah, I'm really pumped for that. Yeah. Bobby Boy Streams, welcome. How you doing? We're doing well so far, so good. Talking about the new format for the show. Welcome, happy Friday to you. I hope your weekend's off to a wonderful start already. And Kazubi back in the house. How you doing? Wink, wink, hint, hint. How you doing? How you doing? It's like a cow's opinion.
It's moo.
It's moo. That's right.
I love that.
Joey doesn't share food.
That was extra Italian though. New York Italian. It was too much. It was
Joey
good,
is New York Italian.
Yeah, but not
that is exactly
that much. That was soprano level.
Joey doesn't share food. Cap, cap, cap.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's Porsche. I don't know.
You work on your Joey impression. Your Thor's better.
I don't think I will.
Your Chris Hemsworth is better.
Chris Hemsworth's not bad. Yeah.
It makes me laugh.
It's really nice of you to have me on the show today. That's great of you. I had to get an impression that would match my raw physique.
It's really nice you came and joined us, though.
Is that your Taika? That's fantastic. What's your problem?
Not much, just playing some games. Sitting here on the
What is it
morning
like?
show.
I'm with a rabbit. Oh my God, this is what we do. Yes. And we'll continue to go through segments. That's the first kind of feature of the first segment of the show is going to be those news topics that we get into. And
then the next probably impressions.
Just impressions, yeah. The two impressions.
Hey,
that we
that's
know.
not true. We know we can do more impressions.
That's true. Hey, news, other personal news. We're looking at like voice acting stuff. I feel like a lot of people are leaning into that.
Yeah.
But you've been looking at it for a while.
I've been looking at it. I haven't done anything with it, but I've been looking into it.
So for accountability.
Yeah.
By the next show, Steph will have a complete reel for you.
That's not, no.
Okay, never mind. That won't happen.
Thank you. Thank you so
Thanks,
much, Bobby Boy.
I appreciate that.
I would love to do that. Here's the thing, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have an agent. I know you could get one, and you can find an agent. The problem is, but you can put a reel together without having an agent, and without having done like professional work before either. There's scripts out there that are basically like open scripts, because technically if it's like something that's already been done and paid for, then you can't, like, I can't take some video game voice actor scripts and use that in my demo reel, right? So I would have to find open scripts. But for a demo, you don't just put it all together into one demo. So there has to be like a commercial demo and then a character demo. So it's pretty easy to find commercial demo scripts. I have a ton. I have like a whole bunch of those. But the character demo stuff, it's hard to find good scripts for that. I found some, but they're so bad, right? So then what are you going to do? Put a reel together of like shitty script but good voice? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it has to be both.
Yes.
So that's where it's interesting running into like things. I know, I think right now it might be best like see if there's anything out there to do for free and then go from there.
Yeah. And that's a tough
Yeah.
fine line. We as artists and creators, we don't want to endorse too heavily doing things for free, but sometimes you have to build from somewhere, right?
Exactly.
And you have to there's this I guess perception or popular mentality that like the free word is a 4-letter F word, which it is technically, but I mean sometimes you just got to do that stuff to build, and that's okay.
Yeah.
You don't want to get into a cycle of freemium, right?
No.
Because that's
well,
not
and
gonna
that's
help
the
your-
other thing is
your work
the
either
free
at some
stuff
point.
you do still has to be of decent quality, or else you can't use it for your reel anyway. So like if you go and do a voiceover thing for free and it's not good quality, you can't use that.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Like if it's shitty sound or a shitty script or anything like that, you're not going to be able to use it.
Your reel should showcase your very best work. Like it's your
it's
your
not long.
it's your one shot.
It's
right?
like
shoot a
30
shot on your
seconds.
reel
It
kind
should
of
be
thing.
like 30 seconds to a minute at most.
Yeah.
And you should front load it with your best stuff, because the likelihood is they're not going to listen to the full minute.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going
Right?
to catch up with the chat real quick, but
Yeah.
I'd like to ask you then, what are like some of the tips that you've picked up? Because I know you've been doing a lot of research on the subject. Scarshak, yes, for voice acting 101. I don't know if anybody wants that information from us yet, but we'll try. There you go. Trader, welcome back. Huzzah. Yes, Kazubi just subbed for 4th month. Amazing. Thank you very much.
Aw.
I have to ask you though, Kazubi, did that just happen now? Because I didn't get an alert for it, and I want to make sure that that's working.
Yeah, that's
We'll give you
weird.
your verbal props. First of all, thank you very much. I trust you. I know you well, and I thoroughly appreciate your support. We both do. It means a lot to us. Of course, as we always say, we're just happy to have you guys on board, to have you watching, hanging out with us. That's what makes it fun for us. But when you do support the channel, everything goes right back into the content, new overlays, new approaches to make that experience better and bring us all together in it. So thank you very much for that. Let me know though, because if you just did it, my alerts might not be working, and they've been a little bit funky this week. So I wanted to just make sure that you get your props, because you deserve it. Yes, Joe, you have an agent but no reel. You know what? That's like, it's easier to create a reel than it is to find an agent. So I'd say that's a good step forward, and good on you for that.
Yeah.
Talk to us a little bit, Joe, about your process of getting an agent, because usually when we both have a performing arts background, and I think that was always the catch-22 for me. It was that was always the one for me where it was like, I don't really know why, like how I'm supposed to get an agent to get the work, but I need the work to get the agent, that kind of thing. So it was always like a bit of a catch-22. So how did you get involved with that, and how did you get lined up with an agent? And Drader, yes, arms to the sky, raise the roof, baby. Flair the bird coming in. This is why I decided to get into stealing diamonds from high-security vaults all over the world and then smuggling them across international borders. You don't need a portfolio or an employer. It's just less of a hassle. That's good. That's good logic, Flair. First of all, welcome back. Good to see you.
It's weird, it didn't pop
our
up
chat
there.
didn't update here, I know, and that happened last night too. So I might have to.
It did? Okay.
I might have to relog, but that's why we have a backup chat, because we never want to miss that action. Welcome back, by the way, Flair the bird.
Yeah.
It's been a minute. How have you been? There you go. I stole chat as well. Okay, that one just came up.
That's weird. It just like
That's so weird. Your first. I wonder if it's filtering out messages of a certain length. So I'll have to look into that.
it like updated. Now it updated. That's so bizarre. But it like skipped your first message, Flair. That's so weird.
That is strange.
You subbed as soon as you got here, and it said nothing. If I had feelings, Baz, they would be hurt.
If I had feelings, well, thank God for that. Thank God we don't have to
Flair
worry about
stole the
that
chat.
kind of thing.
Okay, there we go. I understand.
That's so weird. I don't know why that happened that way.
You just submitted to a bunch of agents your work and your res. Okay. Bobby says, Baz, you have that coming to a cinema near you voice. It's great.
Oh, well, I'll take it.
Yeah.
This summer. And there's the emote I was looking for. The Flair the bird peek around the corner, peeking.
Yeah.
Hello. You just submitted to a bunch of work. That's, yeah. I'm like, sometimes it's that, like, oh, yeah, just get through the first step, right? Like, get your stuff out there.
Yeah. If you have stuff, submit it, get it out.
Did you have like a fairly reasonable host of work on your resume, Joe? This is interesting. I think people like to hear these kind of types of things too. So it's yeah, appreciate you sharing that.
I see though, like so many friends, and maybe there are some friends here watching, I don't know, who are like, I want to get into voice acting now, all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, and I was just gonna say, you don't need a lot to get started in it. I just think like I would say like don't like waste unneeded money on like things you might not need. Like you need a good mic. Like that's the most. You need a really good mic, and you need to be able to do it in a space where you aren't gonna you can dampen your sound, right? Yeah. I've seen friends doing it in closets with blankets up and things like that.
Yep.
And I see a lot of people commenting, "Oh, I'm going to go take classes. I'm going to pay money. I would say don't do that.
Yeah.
Just like do your thing. Put something together. I don't think for voice acting you need to go and necessarily take and pay someone for classes.
Yeah, I mean, not at the beginning anyway.
No.
Because like, here's the thing: you could end up dumping a lot of money into something and end up not liking it, especially right now. And like you said it yourself, a lot of people are kind of coming into that right now. I think COVID has done. Hey, there we go. Okay, so I just hey Jen, thank you very much for liking the stream. Alerts just came up here. I just refreshed it. I think, gang, we're still kind of working out some of the kinks, so I think some of the alerts haven't come through because we're still in the process of just getting things going. So we had a bit of a
There's a large lag
today,
on your end.
so I apologize, but it looks like it's yeah.
Like in the chat, Drader, there's a large lag on the chat. Speak to what I was just talking about.
No, like go ahead and catch up with chat.
Yeah. Kazubi, I will spend my money on everything I don't need now. Thanks.
Well,
well, it's up to you.
We didn't tell you to do that. Let's see if that works a little bit.
I think the learning curve can be pretty steep for the software if they're self-producing the voice work. If you've got an interface for my XLR mic and the DAC stuff is bit, that's true, yeah. But I feel like from what I've seen, a lot of the classes aren't about like using the software. Like you can learn to use software on how, and there's so many different ones. Like you don't have to use something insanely difficult to edit. Like you don't need to use Audacity to edit your audio. You can use something, a lot simpler than that at home for just putting together a reel if you need to. You know what I mean? All I'm saying is that the classes that I've seen that people are looking into, it's like how to use your voice. And I'm like, most of these people are actors anyway and have done acting. And I don't think at that point you need to do that. If there's a class on like how to properly record yourself and use a mic, then I think that's great. If you don't know how to do that, so I think that would be a great thing. But those aren't what the classes are that I've seen.
No, that's a good point. Though. And actually, 5 point. Yeah, you raise a good point in that too. If you are going to put time and effort and energy into something, put it into using the tools first. You're right, because there is, we're kind of speaking on both sides. We were saying, the quality is really important, but also saying like you don't need to use expensive software. But there's a fine line between, getting the quality that you want and not wanting to really get super spendy on it. You're right, though. There are a lot of audio recording softwares out there that are freemium. Yeah. But that's a good point too. 5 point. It can be overwhelming. I've worked a lot in as content creators. I use these tools all the time, and I'm a digital marketer, so it's I can't take for granted that a lot of people don't have that experience. That I've had the luxury of coming by through my profession. But you get into something like Adobe Audition or Premiere, and it's like disarming a nuclear bomb. So it can be, but I've also heard people get really good results just from using their phones. Yes. Right. And there are great mics that you can get that are like USB mics that you can get a dongle for, and you can record with a professional mic into your phone.
People
and then
do
just
it all
export
the time
out that
now.
file, and you're in pretty good shape there.
It's true, right? This is the thing, is that there are, I think, a lot of instructors out there taking advantage of it right now.
Yeah,
because they know,
everyone's trying to figure out what they're gonna do, right?
So like people are like, ooh, you should go and take this class about voice acting work with this person over Zoom, and I'm like, no, don't do that. Go on YouTube and learn how to use the software, because you probably know how to use a mic, right? Mm-hmm. So go and learn how to record yourself properly, and that's what's gonna be most important. You don't need to know, like, I've looked at a bunch of the scripts and things. It tells you like, okay, this is what the client is looking for. This is the kind of voice they're looking for. This is what their age they're looking for. This is the feeling they're looking for. As someone who has done acting before, reading that sort of thing, I get that. I'd say if you want to go into voice work and you've maybe never acted in your life, maybe take an acting class just to get some background of that. But yeah, it's just like, I don't know.
See, that's a tricky thing. Like anything, when you're learning a skill, there are always going to be people. There are people who are selling really good services and good training and good guidance, and then there will be people who are just kind of hawking it because they're trying to figure out how to make money on it, which is their prerogative too. How do you define the difference? That's the key, right? Mm-hmm. That's why I always say, like, start with YouTube, start feeling it out, do as much self-research as you can. I've always been a big proponent of and consumer of self-research, trying to find out as much as I can first and get as far as I can on $0 before I had to spend into it. Yeah. Because it does a couple of things. First of all, you'll find out in that process if it's really something that you want to continue doing. So you don't waste time and money going down a path that you're going to abandon or you might abandon. 2, by the time you go through that process, you'll have a much better idea of what you need and what you want when you do go to market to pay somebody for professional training or whatever. And we're professionals too. There's no way in hell we're going to dog anyone who's out there trying to sell their professional services. Absolute power to you. That's what you want to do. But as a consumer, you want to make sure you're in the right position to make the most of that money. And if you go and you just don't know anything, then you're going to pay for your first couple hours just for somebody to help you understand what the hell it is you want to do. And sometimes there's merit in that. The value is going to be different for everybody. So it's your money at the end of the day. Yeah. But I hate to see people getting had. Yes. And that's why as a marketer, and part of my specializations in search optimization and SEO. And there's a lot of that in that side of the work. Like there are a lot of snake oil sales people out there who will charge you $150 and say they're going to audit your website. And they basically look at the front page, give you some basic, like broad advice, and you're not going to be any further ahead. And that doesn't do anything for any of us as a professional, right? So that hurts us all when people pull that kind of stuff. So learning how to kind of filter through the crap, I guess, is part of the game. The tools. But yeah, you can never go wrong by learning the tools. That's for sure. Yeah. Thanks, Kazuba. Just fixed that too, by the way. Thanks for the call out. Bobby Boy, only 13 followers away from 1,000. That's right, on Team Purple, exactly.
Wow, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, we've grown pretty well over there. We're really happy about the growth on Twitch, and we just need the rest of the world to catch up to where we know we all are, right?
Yeah.
So if you want to help support the show as well, totally free of charge, just help us get the word out. Throw us a follow on Facebook if you haven't done so already. It's fb.gg/Baz&Bigly. Super easy. Pop over there, throw us a follow. We'd really appreciate your support. Like the stream, share the things out. Just help us get the word out. That's the best thing that you can do. Totally free of charge, and it means the absolute world to us. Thank you.
Yep.
Absolutely. Joe, use your phone for self-tapes. Don't really do voice auditions, but for camera stuff. Exactly. Because the
phones
technology
have great
is so
cameras
good.
now.
We have a Rebel TI.
Yeah. It's older
T3i.
now. It's older now.
It's older now. It's still a great camera.
Yeah, it is.
But like, our phones had outstripped the technology in that camera. Shortly after we got it. Realistically.
If I was gonna get a new DSLR camera now, like I would. They're sick. There's so many great ones now. Sony's come out with some really nice. I've seen a lot of people switch from Canon to Sony now. Actually, photographers that I like know, and like influencers on Instagram who do a lot of photography. A lot of them have Sonys now. So like I think like maybe eventually I would want to invest in like a DSLR, but like you can take amazing pictures on your phone now and video on your phone. It's crazy, right?
Yeah, absolutely, you can.
Good morning, Hawkmere.
Hawkmere, good morning. How are you? Bobby Boy, you guys might have 8 billion followers one day. Well, that would be nice. As long as we can still keep up with chat, that's the key. I'm not getting any audio on my monitor, but obviously I'm assuming you guys can hear okay, so I'm not too worried about it.
Do you want me to check if there's still sound?
Vamp, I'm going to do tech stuff for a second.
Okay, he's going to do tech stuff. No, we're still talking.
I know.
Okay.
We're still talking. Of that, you can't be sure.
Bobby says everything is good.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thanks for looking out for us, gang.
Anth Kelly, thanks for the like. Oh, and Irish Potato. And thanks for the share, too, Anth.
All the crew. And, hey, the alerts came up.
Yeah, they did.
Awesome.
They sure
did.
So
the alerts are working now. That's good.
Yeah.
At least the Facebook alerts are working.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yay.
Sweet interaction. Thanks, guys. Especially in the early stages of a new platform or new practice, I always get paranoid that, like, things are going sideways, but tech-wise. But we've learned that. In a lot of years of streaming, we've learned how to kind of roll with that in the middle. When I first started, like, that would throw me off big time.
Yeah.
We'd have to, like...
Well, don't worry about that now.
That can get overwhelming, too.
Overwhelming.
Yes. Amazing. Galaxy Note 20 Ultra, awesome camera. See, that's the thing, right? Like, yes, there are a lot of really great DSLRs and styles out there, but for the price you're going to pay, you will have like 10 phones, right? Like, you're like at $1,800, and that's way out of range for a lot of people. It sure as hell is for me. But I might get a new phone as part of my plan. And everyone has the equipment they need to at least get started with something like that. Yes, Irish, good morning. How are you?
I know.
Hello.
Actually, I don't have socks on right now. My feet are
cold
freezing.
or both?
My feet are so cold right now.
Jen, thank you for sharing the stream, helping us get the word out. As mentioned, thank you very much. Thank you for the likes, gang. If you're watching, you haven't done so already, first of all, welcome. This is the Baz&Bigly Morning Show every Friday morning. I'm Brad, a.k.a. Baz.
Oh, I'm big.
It's like, when you're in a band and you're just jamming and like it takes a while to build the chemistry for like your bandmates to pick up on your cues. That's kind of what that is. Yes, and this is what we do every Friday morning. So if you're new,
what we
please
do
throw us a
every
follow.
day.
Follow the
Every
stream,
day.
like, help share it out. If you hit that share button, if you're watching us on Facebook, greatly appreciate it.
And I'm
in
fun.
I love it. That's amazing. Joe got some nice lights for Christmas. All set. That's the other part too.
See, that's the thing. We have some
Learning how to
soft
light.
boxes. We have some lights. Lighting, honestly, learning how to light is super, super important.
It is. Yeah.
Even if it's just 3-point, which is really all you need.
Yeah.
At
Google
home.
3-point lighting. Super easy to set up. You need space for it.
Yeah.
It's tough to get it right. And you're right. It's important not just because it affects how your video looks, but it also affects how the camera picks up the images, right? So if you find your camera's sluggish, or it's like if it's choppy, or you're losing frames, it might be because it's too dark for your camera to actually pick up everything, and your camera might be struggling. So lighting actually has a direct impact on how your quality of your not just the quality of your image is, but how your camera actually functions.
Yeah, absolutely,
is what I'm trying to say.
100%.
Everybody do a sound.
Yeah.
There you go. Scar Shack here.
Anyone,
Good morning, all. Introduce yourselves, chat.
anyone notice in like dim
love it.
lighting
It's
how
our
like your
show.
camera doesn't look as good, or like when you see
Work well. Like,
when
it doesn't
you
even
see
work
well,
as
and like that's the thing, right? In film, when you see them shooting in dark areas or dark quarters, like it's still lit. Like you have to understand that it's still lit. And a lot of it is then to do with the camera settings they use, right?
Yeah. And we actually went through that yesterday because we don't have a ton of space here, but we have a good working area. And with the green screen, we were trying to backlight it because we were having a really hard time like cropping out the green screen. It's always been a bit of a red herring.
You mean the green
for
screen
me.
that you can see in the corner right behind you?
Yes, exactly. It's not very well lit now for good reason. But you need to backlight as well, and I think a lot of people miss that too, because if not, you'll cast some weird funky shadows. A lot of people grab the ring light, right? The ring light's very popular right now. Your camera sits in the middle of it. It lights you up well. But if you're not backlit, that ring light's going to cast a whole bunch of shadows on whatever your background is. So you want to backlight that, and 3-point lighting kind of takes care of that.
Yeah.
It's a little bit tricky to nail, but that's part of it too. Joe, what's your experience been with the lighting? Like what's your setup like?
I'd love to have a setup like yours. I have got the space or money. You have or you haven't?
If you have, then do it.
If you do it, do it then if you
do. You just need retail to open up again. Amazon's your friend, baby.
You
I
haven't.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? You know what we should do? Here's what we'll do as we continue to progress this. I'll put a list together of everything I've grabbed for my setup. We'll put up like an Amazon kind of wish list.
There you go.
It is. If you just kind of put away, add a little bit here and there, it becomes a little bit more accessible. I know that's pretty subjective, like everyone's situation's different, but I mean, the backlights that we were talking about are $20 IKEA standing lamps that I've had since I started streaming on day one 5 years ago. I still have them. Literally, I have 3 of them. I bought one, it worked well. I bought a second, and then I bought a third for 3-point lighting.
You'll
with
know them if
standing
you see
lamps.
them.
Yeah,
They're the
but
ones you see.
if we're doing our jobs right, you won't see it, and it'll
Yeah.
look like $1 million production. And then that's how we start. You got to start somewhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you're right. I mean, and that's where the cell phone camera comes in. There are apps that you can get to use your cell phone as your cell phone camera as a webcam now too. So, it's getting creative, using what you have, doing the best thing you can, and just keep in mind that like, if you're looking into streaming or content creation, then the best thing you can do is just get out there and start practicing. And if you enjoy it, then you'll start to add things here and there. Joe grabbed a ring light and 2 others. Bit of a learning curve. We sent a help call out your first audition since getting the lights. Okay.
Well, if you ever need help with that, with like lighting stuff, let us know, because we both actually have lots of experience with lighting.
I may have caught that actually, and I wasn't sure. Honestly, we were struggling with it too until like yesterday. So maybe I can reach out to you and hopefully maybe we can.
Well,
we
like we both have. Well, you have experience from lighting from just like trial and error through.
Well, I've run a lot of shots too. For content creation, influencers and things like that.
But early on, you would ask me a lot of times.
Well, because you have film production.
Yeah, because I have film production experience, so I was trained in like film lighting and how to light for camera and everything. So we both now have a lot of experience with lighting and how to light a shot properly and like how to light for really for anything, to be clear. But you don't have to have a lot of lights to do that. Like I said, you really just need 3.
Yeah, but you know, we'll get back to you, Josh, Joe, and if we have something to offer that helps, then great. And if not, maybe we can learn from each other in that experience, because it sounds simple, right? Lighting, the space. How hard can that be? But once you start doing it, and you get like weird shadows.
Yeah.
You just like whatever you do, you can't get rid of it. The other thing is getting that third point lighting back that eliminates that backlights a subject and eliminates the shadow. The tricky part is getting that to do what it's supposed to do and not have the light in the shot, or have the halo of the light against the camera, so the camera picks up a lens flare and stuff like that, right? Polyhedral, welcome back. Good morning, working and listening. That's what we do. Put us on in the background. Maybe we'll guide you through that early work morning hustle. Welcome to the show, and thanks for joining us again, Polyhedral. Always good to see you. 5 bucks would be great for all of us work from home people too. Want to improve lighting now that you spend. That's a really good point, and I never even thought about that, because I mean, folks who do video conference, like, we still want to look good on camera. We want to, light it well and be seen and things like that too. You're right. Everybody.
Well, it's funny, and I'll say this. So I stream on. Not stream. Bleh. I teach like vocal and piano online, and one of my classes, it's dark by the time I teach. All my other classes, it's daytime, and I teach by windows. I get lots of natural light through the window, so I'm lit fairly well. But for one of my classes in the evening, it's dark out, and if I turn on all the lights in our living room, it backlights me too much. Yeah. So what I did was, and if you work in front of, if you ever stream and you just need a film, I found on YouTube, there's a TV that's slightly above where my piano is, and they have like an ambient soft white light, so it's basically mimics a softbox, and you can put that on your screen, so it basically front lights me while I'm teaching with the screen on, like there's a softbox in front of me, but it is literally just my TV. So there's lots of little hacks.
Sorry, I don't know when that happened.
I was giving such a good tip. What's the last thing you heard? Could you hear me through Brad's mic?
Oh, I did. I did this by accident. There you go. There you go. How's that? What was the last thing you guys? Lots of little hacks.
That's the last thing you heard.
We'll call it
Damn it.
We'll call it a. You guys can hear us now? Yeah. Okay. We'll call that a rehearsal. Go ahead and drop it again. Lots of little hacks you can do for lighting.
You heard the TV bit. So you heard that. Did you hear that? That's all I was talking about. I was just talking about you can front light yourself.
Oh, yeah, 'cause it just happened. I just accidentally hit the wrong thing. My bad.
Okay. Okay. So it wasn't for a lot, right? Right?
Yeah. Did you guys get that piece? Just give us a quick Coast Notes for me, because I was typing it out.
Okay. Did you guys get the whole bit about if you don't have a softbox, mock it from the TV?
Mock softbox on TV.
Yeah, do it. But it's specific. It's on YouTube. Go to YouTube and look up white screen.
Tour of the setup. That's a good idea. So let's talk after this. Let's do a quick we'll do a quick video of the setup. We'll talk about I love that, actually, because I'm happy to share anything we do on the streaming side or any of that, because when I was starting out, and I always kind of talk about this, I could not get anyone to talk to me about how they were set up for it was quick, all right, I'm hands off.
Fiddling.
No fiddling.
No.
Stop
Sorry.
that. We're not going there today. I couldn't get anyone to talk to me about streaming. It was this secretive, nobody wanted to share the information because they were afraid that you would also do it. So in response to that, I'm all about sharing things I do, from sharing streaming, promotional, anything like that. So absolutely, I'd be happy to do that, Bobby Boy. That's a good idea. If you haven't done so already, gang, follow us on Twitter at @ShamBasilGames. Pippin in the house.
It's
we have
Pippin.
emotes.
He came for our first Monday.
Pippin some love. We have
Monday.
Pippin emotes
Fuck,
on the Twitchiverse.
He came for our first.
Yeah, there you go.
Friday
our launch Friday morning stream. There you go. Sharing is caring. Yeah, absolutely. And I truly believe that anything we can share to equip other people with tips and tricks on how to do things help us all elevate, right?
Well,
Because if everyone else starts doing the things that you're doing, then you're ultimately going to have to do better. And I think that's what it comes down to.
And not only that, I've never been the type of person who's like, oh, I'm not going to help this person because if I help this person, then I can't get further ahead, or no one helped me, so I'm not going to help them.
I just want your hair tips, lol.
I just want your hair tips.
Wait.
Thank you very much for the bits, polyhedral. Like the bit drops.
Me. What just happened?
I just want your hair tips. What? Oh, because you heard. That's the first time she heard the alert come back through. So when people donate bits, or donate to the stream or anything like that, they can add a message that gets read out on chat.
Oh my god, that freaked me out. I was like, where the hell is she coming from?
I just want your hair tips from both of us. We can afford you that. Whoa, I didn't expect that.
Okay, good. I'm not the only one who got freaked out
Thanks,
by it.
Angel. That's really sweet.
Oh my gosh.
That's amazing. That's funny as hell. Well, I'll tell you something that's interesting story about the hair situation. So you'll notice, like, even in the intro and some of our branding, I'm like basically blonde, and I never wanted to be blonde. That was never my goal. Love blonde hair. It's great, just not for me. So now you can see I kind of have this like bluish twinge. So we got a product which is really great.
So, and it's the same brand that I've been using for like when I had my hair like that pinky purple in the summer, and now this like burgundy-ish red color that I really like, but this color, and like it stays in your hair like crazy. So we got Brad.
It's really good.
We got Brad one called, it was charcoal, and it's supposed to be like gray, dark gray.
And I love, like, it's done. It's not at all, but it's kind of like this really natural black, like dark, which I like.
Yeah.
But on the top of my head, I had this like platinum gray that had worked really well. And for some reason, that part of it turned like teal.
Yeah.
And I don't not like it.
No,
like,
it looks
I like
good.
it. But the problem I'm running into is this. I do 8 streams a week. 7 of them use green screens. So I've noticed that it's started to crop out like just the teal parts of my hair. It's been pulling that like color and cropping it out. So it's fine as long as I stay like this. But if I lean down, we're not using green screen or a filter right now, but if you see the other streams, here's a little insider trick if you're watching any of my other streams. If I lean down and you see that blue, it'll crop it out. You'll start to see the background behind. So it looks like I have this black hair and then this really thin like patch of
well, it's
and
funny.
I think I got a few years before I can honestly claim that one.
It's funny because he's like, well, we'll touch it up today, and
like
I
you
was
can see
like,
the background through my
so
hair.
here's the thing. So I was like, that's so weird. So I went on like the site, looked at the reviews, and sure enough, anyone who was like blonde who used this product, their hair turned green. Like some of their hair, the girls who were posting who had used the product, who were like, some of them were like blonde, their hair turned green, and it seemed to be a thing. Like a actual thing that was going around. So Brad is like, well, let's touch it up later today. And I was like, are you sure?
Yes.
Because I'm like,
whatever
what
it
if
is,
it turns more teal? Or what if, but it could turn more teal?
Then I'll be wearing a hat until I get it cut out.
Okay.
According to Kyraxis, I'm just old. Hey, all right. We're going to start throwing those punches. What's up, Kyraxis? Good morning. Are you chilling at home today, or are you on site?
No, he said he was off until the end of January, if I remember correctly.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, yeah,
I listened
that's
to
right.
our
I think
friends.
that was part of it anyway, so. Welcome in. Good morning. Good to see ya. We were rocking. Well, you saw us last night. We were rocking the Baz&Bigly mics. We had a beautiful gift from Kyraxis and his lovely wife. Great friend of ours, friend of the show too. Meg's been on the show.
Yeah.
I remember I had Meg on the show in an interview.
Well, and
she does a lot of character art.
Meg was like, we were on the show way back when we started, when we were streaming.
Oh yeah,
when
we were streaming Charisma Check. Yeah, she's one of our at-home game players too. Pretty amazing duo. Some very good friends of ours, and they hooked us up with these beautiful handcrafted Baz&Bigly mugs.
I know.
We're over the moon about them still. Speaking of last night, we had, first of all, an amazing time being back with Baz&Bigly Gaming. It was our first stream in the new location since the new year.
So is this saying we're moving on into the nerdity?
Okay, yeah. So let's move on to nerdity warnings.
Brad's like, we'll test
we'll have
run.
Cool transitions.
We'll test run our
That's
things.
a chill cat indeed. Yeah. He's a cuddle monster and he's nuts. So the next segment that we'll be doing on the show is we're going to move into nerdity warnings. So this is our just kind of we're going to talk about like nerdy things that we've picked up that we're excited about, and of course always interactive. So if you have any thoughts, questions, or anything to add yourself, any nerdy news or things that have come up that you're excited about, please do share and let's field it. But I guess that's a good segue then to go into Miles Morales. So last night we have been playing Spider-Man Miles Morales, following our complete playthrough of Marvel Spider-Man, which led that. And we finished it last night, and we had some really like great thoughts afterwards.
Yeah.
Our impressions of the game and just the experience we have. And for those of you who were on the stream last night, I think you could see that experience happening in real time. But just overall, I think a tremendous game. I'll throw to you, Bigly. What were some of your first impressions of it, and how was the culmination of that experience for you in Spider-Man Miles Morales?
So I think it was a great follow-up to the Spider-Man game, especially because they did a really great job of like, tying it all. We won't spoil it, 5-Putt. Don't worry.
Yeah, no spoilers.
We won't spoil it. We'll just talk about how we liked it.
Yeah.
But they did a great job with following up from the original Spider-Man, because they teased Miles in that one.
Yeah.
And then you got to obviously like play him fully in this game, without any spoilers or anything.
Really good point, by the way, 5-Putt. Thank you for the check. You're
it
right.
was great.
When we do this, we're gonna have to be conscious because like not everybody.
Unless we're playing it and we finish it and we do it at the end of our stream.
When we're playing it in the game, I think we're safe because people are watching, right?
Yeah.
But on the morning show,
we
people
don't
aren't
want to spoil
expecting that,
it.
and we can't assume it. So
no.
Good check.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Yeah. Then all I'll say is I liked the Spider-Man Marvel game better just because I have such an attachment to Spider-Man, like I said. But I loved Miles Morales. The story is so excellent in it. And all the characters are so great. And the voice acting is spectacular in it. And it has the same flow gameplay that all the other Spider-Man game did too, which is exactly what I wanted.
The fluid combat.
Yeah.
I cannot stress enough how pumped I am about the combat and like how fluid it is. And we can have games like Assassin's Creed and Batman Arkham Asylum, and we know it's like heavy fisted, like pounding, right? And it's that like visceral hand-to-hand combat or gadget-based combat. It's fine, it's great. But when you get into a hero like Spider-Man, where everything is like milliseconds and it's flowing from one move to the next, and he's on the ceiling, on the floor, and he's in these all these like trademark liquid Spider-Man postures.
Yeah.
The way they've built that into a combat system to chain combos together and make it feel fluid and natural blows me away. And that was my biggest thing coming into when I started playing it was how are they going to do this? We're speaking to like both Spider-Man games comprehensively. I was just like, how are they going to do this? Is going to be key.
Yeah.
Right, because that has to be in place for a Spider-Man game in order for it to feel like Spider-Man. Second is the traversal, like the map traversal, how you get around swinging through the city. Does it feel natural? Does it feel like things make sense? There was not a single point in time where I wanted to swing from something and wasn't able to connect a web unless there were no buildings around. So this is one of the things that kind of like I loved, but also was a bit of a gripe of mine on the old Spider-Man cartoons, is that no matter where Spider-Man is in the old like 80s cartoons, he can always land a web somewhere, right? Like he's going through open space and he's just shooting webs. Like, what the hell are these webs connecting to? Like, there can't be like a fleet of helicopters just waiting for Spider-Man to come along and swing from, right? It makes a lot of sense. When there are buildings around, you can swing. When there aren't, you can't. And you actually see the connection. There are mechanics to swing around buildings and things like that. Just beautiful. And then the third thing that really blew me away about both these games is the level of detail that they have to build New York with incredible detail. And you can speak to this too, 5-Putt, I'm sure, because you're Spider-Man. Nothing's off limits. Like, you can get anywhere. You can get on the top of any building. You can get to the side of any building. They had to construct an engine that's going to allow you to detail every corner
and inside the rooms and buildings
of New York.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you're looking in a window, there has to be something through that window or it takes away from the experience. And they just did an incredible job of it. Like, mad respect to Insomniac. And relatively bug-free.
Yeah.
Which is probably pissing off a lot of studios who are releasing buggy ass shit right now.
I know.
With half the time. Like, they've developed all this, like, the Marvel Spider-Man, I can't think of a single bug I experienced in it. Not a single one. Miles Morales, maybe a couple of times where collision was a little bit funky. That's it.
Yeah.
When I say collision, I mean like where you land on something, or if you throw something or punch something and it doesn't connect visually the way that it should. Maybe once or
Not
twice.
hardly at all, though.
That was it.
Um,
That was it.
but yeah, fast. What's fast travel?
Oh my God, that's true. I forgot
I
fast
never,
travel was even in the
I
game.
never used it.
No.
Ever.
Exactly. Oh, you're on PS5? All right, we're done here.
I
Get
know.
out.
Aaron told me.
Oh, good for that's awesome. That's awesome. Kyrax is rocking a PS5
Yeah.
too. Insanely good. Oh, I know. We'll have one eventually, but
Eventually.
we're just realistic about our expectations because we can't handle the heartache anymore.
No.
No one will even put you on a list anymore for PS5.
No.
They're just like, there's no point. There's like hundreds of people on the list already. So maybe 2022. We'll have the PS5 Pro. That's probably going to be the first time that we get it.
Shut up. 5 you stupid goddamn
But
PS5.
the PS4 is good for now. The thing is, though, the first really natively next-gen game is going to be, I think it's God of War Ragnarok, which is also something to look forward to, all you PlayStationers. When does it come out for Atari 2600? That's more. Yeah, you're right. It's true. It's easier to get an Atari than it is to get a Demon Souls. Oh, that's right. Yeah, Demon Souls is a native and exclusive, right? Is Demon Souls not coming for? Oh yeah, because it's out now. That was not ported for last gen, was it? For PS4. That's one thing I noticed watching last night's stream, how fast and the amount of ground you can cover.
Oh, yeah, it's
no time at
cool.
all to get across the city.
It's
Exactly.
so
And,
fun.
like, there's even a little bit of a learning curve to that. When you get used to it, it feels so good, man. And they added, like, the tricks in Miles Morales.
Oh, yeah, that was really neat.
So you can do, like, tricks and stunts, very, like snowboarding games kind of thing, or skateboarding games when you're in the air, and you get extra points for them in experience.
Air loves
like
God
that.
of War.
Air loves God of War. Yeah, we should play God of War too. That's a great
I
title.
think we went to play it, started at one time, and then we just didn't get in. I didn't get into it.
Yeah. I know Demon Souls is exclusive, but it's also only on PS. It's PlayStation exclusive, and it's only on PS5, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. That's what you mean, yeah. Yeah, we're probably pick one up for next Christmas, but I'm definitely getting Miles Morales for PS4. And you know what? That we kind of waited on it. We were like, will we wait and see if we can start it on PS5? There's no.
We couldn't wait.
We're not going to get a PS5.
We
anytime
literally,
soon, and we could not.
Well,
wait
not
to get
only
into
that,
it.
but we finished Spider-Man, and we're like, we can't wait now to get a PS5 to play Miles.
The craving was too real, man. Especially after Spider-Man, after Marvel Spider-Man. It's, yeah, really, really nice. Just had a wicked time with it. So yeah, like spoiler free. I will say then, I was saying like at the end of the game, I felt like the moments, again, no spoilers, but I felt like the moments, the culmination, the arc of the game was a little bit more rich. I felt like Miles Morales just kept drawing me in more and more and more the more we played. And some of the bigger moments were bigger moments than I remember from Marvel Spider-Man. The caveat is Marvel Spider-Man was a much longer, more fleshed out like story game, and it had more big moments too. And I really am splitting hairs here, really splitting hairs. I'm looking for a way to draw some kind of difference between the two. And that would kind of be it for me. Aside from the obvious and very important fact, and I have no problem talking about this, that it is a very important game on a societal level too. I just
noticed
I have a lot of friends who identify with Miles Morales' as a Spider-Man experience in ways that we can't. And it's just brilliant to see that experience happen and what it means to them. And that's really, truly special. Yeah, some of the chats.
Yeah, that's weird. So, sorry, Scarcheck
it's not a perfect,
and in your messages
that's
didn't
why we
go
had
through on the
backups.
listening. We have backups.
Yeah.
Flashback to 1080
snowboarding. So that was a
SX snowboarding remake.
like a downhill snowboarding. Yeah, it's
and
all about
Baz&Bigly game. What would that be?
Baz&Bigly game. And it's like smash square to keep talking your face off. I don't know.
Sing,
Press triangle
act.
to argue.
Circle,
act.
sing.
Bigly glare. Bigly glare is ready. Press all buttons. Smash face on controller to use. Yeah, I don't know why just those couple of lines of chat
that's
didn't
so
come
weird,
through.
right?
That's interesting. So, I don't know why that didn't come through.
So weird.
I think, we had a bit of a trickier kickoff this morning. We reset a couple of things in different places, so it might just not all be syncing properly
that's
today.
fine.
So L2 to add hair products. That's right. That's right. It's like you have to. There's a meter with a giant hair dryer, and you have to use it just enough because if you use it too much, it'll all get swept back, and if you don't use it enough, it lies.
Why
flat
was
and
this
wet.
my hair dryer?
That's how I feel every time I use a hair dryer. It's like me against the last
How it
boss.
sounds when I'm in bed.
Yeah. Indeed.
Future unlockable characters for Smash Bros. The dream.
You don't have audio on Stef again?
No. Where are you looking?
Oh, I've got it.
What are you talking about? Who said that? No one said that.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Never mind. I'm
You're-
an idiot.
yeah,
I'm looking at the
he is
other
an
chat,
idiot.
and that's
From way
time.
before. Yep.
From a time when there was no audio on Stef.
Evil Pippin tried to take over
bad.
the show.
False
Nope.
alarm.
Yeah, no. Brad was just dumb. It happens.
Brad was just dumb.
It happens every now and
happens.
then.
Actually, it's
I would
not that I sometimes have dumb moments. It's just the amount of time that I'm able to suppress the stupidity
Yeah.
is getting better.
So, on a completely other separate note, when we were playing, we hadn't
Please
played.
do change the subject.
I hadn't played a PS4, PlayStation for like so long because I hadn't played like all over the break or anything because we weren't streaming and we just didn't play anything.
Yep.
But I was playing Breath of the Wild on Switch and so I forgot how to button yesterday on the PS4. And then when I was when I was playing
It's true.
Breath of the Wild at first, I was like terrible because I kept pressing the wrong button to fight and it was driving me insane. And then now, so I love Zelda. Zelda's probably one of my favorite franchises ever. And yes, I'm still like really like I love Ocarina of Time, and I actually really love Twilight Princess. Like those are probably my favorites. Oh my God,
tail,
cat.
Like, thump, thump, thump,
Yeah.
against the mic.
So the thing is with Breath of the Wild, okay? I love Breath of the Wild so far, but it's open world basically, okay? So there's a through storyline, but I like being told where to go. I like being told, this is your mission, go here. This is your mission,
you
go
prefer
here.
Linear with deviation.
Yes, right? So the issue that I was running into with Breath of the Wild, and I still am a little bit, is that I don't know where to go. And I looked it up because I'm like, I need to figure out where the hell I'm supposed to go right now. So I went to go to one area. Brad's like, I think you're in a location that's too hard. I'm like, but it's one of my points. Like it says I'm supposed to go and awaken these beasts and blah blah blah. So like this was the closest one, so I went this way because the other areas looked freaking harder. I don't know. So we're going through, and it was really hard. And I'm like, my weapons kept breaking. I didn't have a sword. And then we find out that's a thing. Like you just pick up shit and you get random ass weapons from things you kill. And I'm not sure I love that. Like just give me the goddamn master sword and let me keep it.
Let me wreck shit.
But what I don't like, so I got to an area and I'm like, I got to this boss on this hill. And I'm like, this is insane. Like I kept dying so quickly. So I look it up and it's like, this is one of the hardest bosses in the game. I'm like, why am I here? And then so I look up like, well, where am I supposed to go? And it's basically like, you can go anywhere. If you want to go to the castle right away with 3 hearts, you can go to the castle with 3 hearts. And if you want to go here with only this amount, you can. It's just you probably will die. And I'm like, I don't know if I like that. Like, I like Ocarina of Time and Twilight Princess because, like, you have your main mission. You're laughing because the kid's being so cute.
No, he keeps reaching out to grab her hand because he wants to. I know. Anyways,
and it's like it's so. I just want I like a through story, and I want to be just like, here's your mission, here's where you need to go, and go there. Yeah. Right? Instead of like, here's 20 options. You can go to any of these 20 options right now.
It's the problem of too many options.
Yes.
Exactly. But if you're used to playing in that kind of open worldliness, like when I saw it, I saw what was going on right from the get-go, right? And what did I say to you?
You said start your game over.
Oh my God, no, I didn't. This turned into like
you
this
did
is-
though.
this turned
You
really
did.
turned into
You said
domestic.
you said.
I didn't say start
yes,
your
you
game
did.
over.
You said why don't you just start over and start a new game?
I said I feel like you're in an area that you're not ready for. I said it seems like you're really struggling to like push through these enemies, and they shouldn't be. Every enemy shouldn't feel like a boss battle. I was like, I think you're just undergeared. I think you have to go back to where you started and work your way through and see if there's any side
But you were
missions
wrong.
or upgrades. No, I wasn't
Yes,
wrong.
you were.
You were in an area because the game. You literally just said it yourself. The game allows
Yeah,
you to
but-
go anywhere you want.
Yeah.
You
But
had
I didn't
made your
miss
way-
anything.
You had made your way to
I didn't miss
an area
anything.
let me
Okay, go ahead.
finish. You made your way to an area where you were undergeared for it. Simple as that. And like anyone who's played an open world RPG, you'll get this, right? Like if you overextend and you end up in an area, this is not like it's okay. It's just this is how it works, right? So let's be honest. You had a similar issue with Shadow of Mordor, right?
Yeah.
Because you're allowed to go and explore and do. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that, but thanks.
They're arguing because I'm smashing square button.
Sorry to fix this for a
The
second.
first part of Breath of the Wild, you need to run away from enemies too, regardless where you are. You level up with shrines. Yeah, and I've been doing all the shrines, as many as I can, except the ones that have like spikes in front of them that I can't get through. Bigly, did you go too far northwest? I don't know. I went to the Zora. Like you have the three options that you can do. Like you're supposed to go and wake up the 3 beasts, right? So you can go to like the Goron area or the Zora or one of the other ones. I don't remember. But so I went to the Zora because I'm like, that's right here. It's the closest one to where I am. So I went to the Zora temple, and then you're supposed to like collect the lightning arrows or something and go. And so I went up to the mountain to get the lightning arrows, and I swam up because I got my Zora armor. So that's great. And I swam up the waterfall, and then I got to the top, and there's like that crazy ass like centaur type dude up there.
God.
And like I was dodging him and everything, but like he hits you once and you're basically dead. So yeah, so that was hard, and that's when I was like, I don't think I should be here, and I just warped out of there. But yeah, I don't think I was ready for the Zora area. So I don't know.
Yeah. Sorry, I was in the middle of that thought.
You
but
can't beat him at
I
the
realized how
beginning. You have
difficult
to
it is for me
convert it
mod
to
my
pick
own
up his
channel
lightning
right
arrow.
now.
But I only found like 2 of his lightning arrows on the ground, and that was it.
So
And you need
that's the
20.
point, though. Like, that's it, though. You were simply, as a character, you weren't ready to be where you were. It really comes down to that.
Well, they're saying I can. I just need to do it stealthily.
Yeah.
I'm just
I have
going by
nothing else to offer.
what they're saying.
Yes, but the other point that Polyhedral is making too is it is a guide game exactly. Like there's no harm in shame in looking things up, and you got hip to that pretty well.
Oh yeah, I
too,
used to
right?
do that in all
Like,
the other Zelda games.
Did you
too.
really?
Look up shit?
Oh, okay. I didn't
yeah,
think-
even
okay.
with N64, with Ocarina, when it wasn't like an internet thing, I had the like guide.
Mm-hmm.
You know the books you could buy before. Get the fuck
Get
out.
the fuck out. Yeah, that's an old school tactic too. It just made me think like, what did we do before we had the internet? To do
Yeah,
things
that.
Like this?
It was
What
that.
we did. We had like remember Nintendo Power? Some of you guys remember Nintendo Power. Right, you'd have like magazines and you'd buy those
Well, that's what I'm
like
saying. That's what this
softcover
was.
guides and stuff like that.
That's what this was.
Yeah.
It was a magazine, and
Yeah.
it was like basically like how to play
Yeah.
Ocarina of Time. So if
Right,
you ever
right.
got stuck in a place,
Yeah.
then you could just do that. Nintendo Glove, you old. Sorry.
Your dad used to tell you that you're
That's
cheating if
hilarious.
you use the guide. Oh my god. Okay, boomer.
YouTube
dad used to just say
tutorials.
like, "Why are you playing those video games?" That's as far as that conversation.
Yeah,
got
I
for
just
me.
looked up because I got annoyed and I
Yeah,
just
YouTube
looked it
tutorials.
up. And like same with like we were in one of the shrines, remember? And we were like, what the hell?
Yeah, and it was. Like,
Are
some
we
of it's
supposed
pretty
to
obscure.
do? What are we supposed to do? And I looked it up and I was
Yes,
like,
that's
Brad,
right,
I'm
the
going to tell
helpline.
you what to do. And we know the helpline now because we watched.
So yeah, we're gonna break out of the last topic because I knew you were going. Go for it. Yeah. Do you remember what it's called? The show. High Score? No, what was it? It's a Netflix show. Have you guys seen it? It's about like the video game industry.
It's
and,
very cool.
and the
I think
rise
it might
of,
be
like,
called like
certain
High
video games
Score or
over time.
something like that.
God, what's it called?
It's
and they
very
talk
cool.
about that in it too. About like they talked to a guy who used to work on that like Nintendo helpline, and how hard it was because they had to like master every game and like know the ins and outs of it.
Me and my brother used his Nintendo Power Max to hide his other
It
magazines.
is High Score. It is High Score. Hide his other magazine. I got you. Different kind of tutorials.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, and it was really good. High Score. It was very cool
Yeah,
about all
such
the
a good-
video games and like from like arcades and stuff into like home consoles and there's a lot of those that are very cool. There's ones about like the toys and things like that. Ow. They're really.
If you haven't seen it, it's a Netflix original, and it's part of a few series like that.
They have the toys that made us,
Yeah,
and
the
yeah.
movies that made us. Really good work on Netflix part too. I hope they keep that up. Gesundheit.
Excuse me, my goodness.
High Score. Yeah, it was so good. I want to like watch it. I want them to keep doing that. Anyway, but it was like such a love letter to like retro gaming too, and all
Yeah.
those things that we remember from growing up
Yeah, it's very cool.
back in the day. 5 Putt signing off for recess. Congrats on the new brand. Talk to you later. Thank you very much, 5 Putt, for hanging out. Have a wonderful Friday and amazing weekend ahead. Hopefully see you for a little bit tomorrow if you're so inclined on the pajama stream tomorrow. And actually, that reminds me because Joe asked if we had settled on Ghost of Tsushima for tomorrow. And we had. Here's the thing. So I'm dying to play Ghost. We were sold on it. We were talking about it last night with chat because we had finished Miles Morales, so now we need a new title to kick off tomorrow on the pajama stream. We're like, Ghost would be a great one because it's an amazing game apparently. Everyone who's ever played it speaks so highly of it, and that's where we were leaning. And then we were getting ready for bed, and I was like, what about Mortal Kombat? Because some members of chat have mentioned like it would be cool to watch you guys play a fighting game.
Yeah.
It might be the end of us, but Mortal Kombat kind of entered the conversation too. So I'm not sure. What do you guys? Let's just make an executive decision right now. If you're watching, what would you rather watch us start tomorrow on Saturday? Either Ghost of Tsushima or Mortal Kombat 11, and just get in the fight. The benefit is, if we do go into Mortal Kombat, we can kind of start it. We can play a few rounds. Maybe next stream, next Thursday, we can start Ghost. The other side is like Ghost is just an amazing game. It is a story game. So once we start Ghost, we'll play it until we finish it. That's usually how we go about it. So what do you guys think? Drop your vouch in chat. Let us know if yeah, that's right. I'm talking like the cool internet kids now.
Your
Say
vouch? Who the
I don't
fuck
even know
says
if I used that
vouch?
right. Everyone.
Oh.
The level of judgment is staggering. Maybe Mortal Kombat would be good because I would like to kick your ass. You know?
Caraxis just, oh please, Brad. I'd beat Brad, and then Brad would get mad at me because I was doing cheesy moves.
And therein lies the entertainment formula. Joe goes for Ghost. Kyraxis is saying maybe Ghost for kicks.
no,
We got 2
Caraxis-
for Ghost, and
Caraxis
we
said
had a lot to
Mortal
talk
just
about.
for fun, and then
Mortal
do the
just for fun and
serious
so
after.
serious run afterwards. Yeah. You're what now? Yeah. So okay. So maybe
Captain is a good idea.
let's do Ghost because we had a lot of requests for Ghost. We'll start Ghost tomorrow morning.
Okay.
But we're going to keep MK11 in our back pocket because that might be a fun one to throw in. Ghost might be a pretty long play as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll mess around with Mortal Kombat 11.
Or we can just talk and we'll make a decision later.
I think it's going to be Ghost. We're
Okay.
making an executive decision now. That was the whole point.
Okay.
MK11 locked and loaded for that nostalgic fun.
See, now it's tied, so
We'll do-
talk about it.
We'll do Ghost. It's going to be Ghost. It's going to be Ghost.
See, Brad just doesn't want people to see me kick his ass in Mortal Kombat on stream.
No, I do. It's just I'm
obviously
dying to play Ghost of Tsushima.
I guess we'll just
maybe start with a Fighter 2, then launch Ghost. That's true. It just means we have to buy 2 games. One of them must be on sale, right? I'm not sure. I think I might own.
We probably
MK11.
wouldn't do that though because we want to put ourselves in the proper category too. So like,
Here's a fun bit of a fun thing. I have worked in the gaming industry, and I am working in the gaming industry now. It still feels weird for me to say that.
My neck
I
is
work in the
cracked.
video games industry. That's fucking amazing. I've waited a long time. I've spent 35 years waiting to the point where I can say that. I work in the gaming industry. And I was at the Mortal Kombat 11 release and launch party at the Roundhouse in Toronto a couple of years ago. And I loved it. It was awesome. I got on stage and I fought against a pro esports gamer called Honeybee. If you look him up, Honeybee, he's a pro MK11 like esports player. It was hilarious. I am so bad, you guys. It was a new game. It was launched. It was pre-launch, right? It wasn't even on the market. So I had never played this game. I got on and I was playing. Clearly, like you can watch him like basically holding back, like not even pretending he wasn't. Like if you watch somebody who knows how to play Mortal Kombat, Mortal Kombat, it's constant, right? Like it's vicious. He was like walking up a few steps, walking back a few steps. Like he was clearly, his instructions were clearly like, don't wreck everyone immediately. And I was doing that whole, like, when you're button mashing in Mortal Kombat and you're like flipping forward and flipping backward and you're just punching at the air and just doing like leg sweeps for no reason. That was me. And then I think he finally ended it and put us both out of our misery. But it was a really great experience. The point I'm making is I went through all that and I never got a copy of the game because I was like, I don't think I'm going to play Mortal Kombat 11. Silly, right? It's so dumb. But that was really awesome. And the host, the guy who was running it, was a guy named Caboose, who now I have on the Monday morning show. He's one of my panelists for the Squad Cast, which is every Monday afternoon news on Squad State. There's my plug. That's it. Anyway, that's my story about Mortal Kombat 11 and getting my ass handed to me by a pro esports player in front of a lot of people.
Wow.
Cool story, bro. It was good when I felt like it was good when I started it, but I don't know how we ended. It ended much like that match did for me. Disastrous. I do like that idea. I know there's a bunch of streams already. You could always boot up Overwatch and have a laugh. I like Overwatch. Stef's not really.
Isn't that a shooter game?
Stef doesn't do first-person shooters.
Oh, no.
Stef doesn't do first-person generally. But
No.
I like Overwatch.
No.
I was playing in an Overwatch league. Actually, I was briefly on an Overwatch esports team.
Oh, Jesus.
I was a Reinhardt main.
Oh.
A long time ago.
No.
Yeah.
No.
No Overwatch for you. Okay. So maybe that's what we'll do. Well, let's take a look and see what it is. Maybe we'll have the best of both worlds. Maybe we'll do a couple of warm-up rounds.
It's the best
of Mortal Kombat 11.
of both worlds.
Here's the problem with it though is
you know.
We'll start now. The training starts now. The challenge though is when you launch the stream, it will have the title of what it is, and that's the thing. It's a streamer thing. That is a mechanic that I have to play into. It just occurred to me.
Steps.
Switching games midstream is
that's what I was saying. No, that's what I was saying. We need to pick one.
Yeah.
I mentioned that.
We'll think about it, but I think there's a strong leaning for Ghost. Steph just desperately wants me to wreck her.
Oh my God! Hi.
Take 20, welcome. Hey kids, stop by to say hello. Good morning, hello. Happy Friday to you. Take 20, good to see you again. Happy Friday morning to you. How are you? What's good this weekend? What do you got planned?
I hope you just heard
playing some Dungeons and or Dragons.
Disney throwback.
Coming in just to catch Steph's musical debut.
Do you know what that was from?
You're so hesitant sometimes, and then every
I
now
didn't
and then
make
you
that
just,
up.
Like, obnoxiously sing for no reason.
I didn't make that up.
Huh?
I didn't make that up. You think I made the song I just did?
I don't know. I'm just used to blocking it.
No, there was. Hey, it's Disney.
I know that's Street Fighter, but.
Wow, rude.
Jesus.
Sorry.
But I can guarantee you, it'll be either Mortal Kombat or Ghost of Tsushima.
It will be. It'll be one of those. One of those games.
Also, don't talk with your mouth full unless it's into a mic and broadcast live over the internet.
That's right.
TikTok viral, baby.
How was your muffin?
Delicious. They are amazing muffins. You freaking knocked it out of the park.
They're really good.
Again. Bigly's Baking. There you go.
Bigly's.
You guys want Bigly's
Baking.
recipes? She's an incredible baker. We like to cook a lot. We're
We
pretty
do.
good with like fooding and things like that, as you can probably tell. If we need to be better at what? No, shut up. I joke about this all the time. Don't do this to me, Bigly. Don't leave me hanging. And it was a segue into what are we doing after this on the fitness side of things. This is not like a nerdity warning. Let's transition into like cut away. Let's transition into AMA. So at the end of every Baz&Bigly Morning Show, we're gonna transition into just an open forum Ask Me Anything, which you guys can ask us anything throughout the stream, but we're gonna dedicate really the closer to the stream specifically to asking questions back and forth. And if you guys don't have anything specific to ask us, we're gonna interview each other.
Okay.
That's your punishment if you don't ask us questions. So my question for you is, real talk here. Let's be honest. The COVID-19 usually tends to show up around our waists. In our case, we have not really been as diligent against our fitness goals as we wanted to be. So it's important that we get back into it, right? So I would ask you, like, what kind of things do we have on deck for our fitness plan?
Punching.
Speaking of Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, we got
Please continue.
we got a punching bag, and we cleared out our garage while it's in the process of being cleared out. And we got like gym mat flooring, and I got pink gloves because they match my headset perfectly. And then I'm gonna punch Brad. That's for working out and kick.
Mm-hmm.
Fitness goals.
Yes.
Brush, like that.
I'll allow you that plug, Take 20, but I really want to curb that, so we'll leave it at that. I can catch up with you later on that if you want. Yeah. But there you go. Do throw Take 20 a follow. Keep an eye out. They're a great crew. Kelly is an amazing guy. Incredibly supportive too. So throw them a like, throw them a follow. Take 20. We have to figure out how to do shout outs properly here. So that I'll give you a verbal shout out, and we'll put a pin in it for a command shout out down the road. Sound good? How's that for a plan? Yeah. So the MMA training. It's going to be a lot of fun. So today we're spending our time the garage beatdown sessions. We will be making some content around it. I mean, I think I want to do like a time lapse of setting up the workout space in there.
Yeah.
So we're going to go in and just throw some punches. I used to you might not say it now, but I did a lot of MMA training throughout the years through Kung Fu, Taekwondo, Muay Thai, BJJ, and then most recently, not as recently as I would have liked, I was training at an MMA gym before we started CrossFit until the last 9 months when we just freaking unraveled all of it. So I do have
It's not fun to work.
enough know-how to guide us through the early stages of MMA training, techniques and things like that, bag work and stuff like that. So we're really excited about it because what we've learned about ourselves is we don't do well just like,
wait, can I
doing
speak
the
to this
workout
really
at
quick?
home thing.
Yeah, so like, I know a lot of people do like, they watch online workouts and they watch someone and like they're really into that, and that's cool. That's great for them. I hate those. I cannot watch a video of someone like fake motivating me through the video because I'm like, you're not talking to me. And if I watch this video again and do this workout again, it's the fucking same thing. And they say the same shit. And I hate that. Like, it drives me absolutely nuts. And it's just not motivating to me. Like, I can't put a video on and pretend that I'm there in the studio with them doing it. It doesn't work. I'm in my freaking basement. So I can't do the videos anymore. So then I'm like, I'll just do my own workouts. And I would find a workout and do that, but then I was still in my basement. And like you said, a basement is kind of like our chill area. Some of our friends who are on here have been in our basement. It's like we have a big screen TV and there's a little bar down there. And like I'm working out next to our bar and a fridge. And I'm like, this feels wrong.
It's as much a mental thing as anything else, right?
So then we're like, okay, well, that's not working. We're not getting to the gym. Like, I didn't want to. We have Good Life memberships now. But like, even when they open back up, like I don't feel comfortable working out in a mask, and I have asthma, and I just don't feel like that's gonna be a good thing. So not gonna do that.
Carson says you passed out on that floor a couple of times.
He has. It's true.
True story.
And so like, you know, it's just we wanted to feel good about doing something. So we decided, okay, well, Brad brought up the MMA thing and like punching and doing that sort of thing. And I was like, okay, like if he knows how to run it and you know how to run and work, really?
I did not think you were going to go for it because we had talked about it before, but it was way back. It was before you ever experienced like CrossFit, had the experience of
like
being really active.
We got married. Even.
Yeah, it was way back when
like
I was doing it.
6.5
and you were like,
years
no,
ago.
not for me. Like, but you were pretty adamantly like, that's not my thing.
Yeah.
So it just never really kind of came up again. I think CrossFit introduced us both to a lot of different styles of things that were extremely effective.
Yeah.
And things certainly that you thought you would never do.
Yeah.
For me, they were a little bit more like, I'm totally down for that because the gym has always been part of my life. Again, I promise it's true. It's mentally, if not visually, physically, but it's always been a big part of my life. So I was familiar with like deadlifting and squat thrusts and things like that. Those weren't new to me. So for me to do that in CrossFit, I'm like, okay, this sucks. It hurts a lot, but I know it and I'm comfortable with it. You were saying like, no, I don't think I'll ever do like deadlifts or anything like that. It just wasn't something that you had considered. And when you got into CrossFit, you really started to enjoy it and just feeling powerful and feeling the progression. It's addictive in the best kind of way.
Yes.
So I think that's cool. I think that set the stage for you to consider MMA. Wouldn't you think that's fair? Like it's just open your mind to different things.
Yeah, and I like I've never not liked boxing or things like that before. I've always liked that. So she wants to punch you all the time. Of course she's gonna go for it. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that definitely.
And polyhedral CrossFit introduced me to a smaller waistline and pain.
I will say, like, CrossFit is in the fitness realm. CrossFit is probably one of the most polarizing topics that tends to come up because there are a lot of people that are pro and a lot of people that who are anti. I will say 9 times out of 10, the people who are anti-CrossFit are people who've never tried it. That's just factually based on my experience.
Yeah.
The people who always seem to push back on it are typically people who've never tried it.
Yeah.
Because it does have it does have a stigma for being like really difficult for technique. It can be potentially harmful.
Yeah, and I mean there
that's
are
actually
aspects
not true. That is also true.
Yeah, it is.
That's not false either. Like that is true about CrossFit. You really, in order for CrossFit to be good, you really need to have good people around you, good trainers who know how to correct and train. If you're in a half-assed CrossFit experience, there's a better chance that someone's going to get hurt.
Yeah.
And that's where I think the stigma comes from, is because a lot of those boxes that are not really doing it well or right are pushing it as they're kind of half doing it right, or they're half-assed doing it. But yeah, high intensity interval training, HIIT training, exactly. That really is the key.
Yeah.
And the closest thing that ever gave me those results was MMA.
Yeah, I'd say for me, with CrossFit, I really liked it. The thing that I found that I ended up not liking the most about it was like the cliquiness that came from some of it.
Yes, yeah.
So that's
cult fit, right? That's where it gets.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be like everyone. It would be like the cliquey culty people, and then the not cliquey culty people. And it reminded me of high school, of like the popular kids, and then like the people who weren't quite the popular kids. And I hated that aspect of it. So like there were times when I was like,
it can go both ways.
Yeah, exactly. So like there were times where I'm like, I don't want to go to workout today because I know the people who are going to be there, and I'm like, I don't want to be around those people. So that's like a shitty aspect of it. I think you could find that in lots of gym scenarios, though. It's not just a CrossFit thing. Like I'm fairly certain in lots of gym scenarios you can definitely find that.
But it does have a tendency to like separate, you know, if you're in the wrong kind of situation, it can have that like, well, there are those of us where like this is everything and nothing else exists. And if you don't subscribe to that mode of thinking, you're kind of like, you're just here. And that doesn't make people feel good, right? Now, that said, our CrossFit experience up here where we are has been really, like, we have met some really incredible people, and that's what we take away from it. You know, like Sila and Arendor, we met through CrossFit up here. We met a lot of really wonderful people who we still stay in touch with now that the box is closed, obviously. But we had some really good experiences through it. And that is to say our experience overall with CrossFit was great.
Yeah, overall.
And that's why I'm always open-minded when people have differing views on CrossFit, because there is a lot of truth to that. But like you said, polyhedral, like you can blow out a pec doing a bench press anywhere. You can throw out your back doing a wrong deadlift. Absolutely. The challenge with CrossFit is it's so aggressive that if you don't have the right people trained with the right interests and they're paying attention to you and they're helping you grow and they're calling out bad form, you're more inclined to screw things up because you'll do like 60 deadlifts in a session.
Yes.
Right? Oh my God, polyhedral, that's a good call out. Just like keto, ketosis or low carb. That can get really like, man, that's actually that topic's probably more polarizing than CrossFit in the fitness industry. So, but I will say this: say what you want about CrossFit. At the end of the day, we both loved it. We did it hard for a long time. We met some amazing people, and we've never been in the best and in as good a shape of our lives than we were then. Yeah, and it's all undone now, but not as quickly undone as like fad diets or fad exercising get me. We retained those gains for a long time.
That's the other thing that like I see a lot of is like this long a program, and it's great and people do them. But then the program runs out, and then what? Right?
Number one, no matter what you do or what you subscribe to, that tenet is absolutely true. There are two things that reign true no matter what. You can't get around them. Calories in, calories out. If you put it in your body, it's got to go somewhere. That's it. Like it all boils down to calories, whether they're used or unused. And two is fitness is a life choice. It's not like something you can just check in, check out of. And we are not perfect at that at all. Like that's the thing. I always look back and I'm like, just imagine if we continued to be focused on fitness from the time we started to now, we would be absolutely shredded. My Helmsworth impression would actually match the vessel.
Yeah, it would look really nice.
If you were to say something like that, I would not only have the voice, I would also have the 15-pack.
At least you're somewhere in between. You're not thin Thor, but you're not fat Thor.
Well, exactly. But I'm not fat Thor. That's the important part. Well done. I don't know what's happening, but I do know that it's almost time to wind down. So get your last licks in, or we're just going to keep punishing you this way. The bottom line is we're really excited about this because I think like we can use a global pandemic as an excuse. It's probably the first time we've actually had a good excuse for not like focusing on our fitness because we were doing well. But even that, we kind of got tired. We're like, okay, we got to do something about this. We tried working out at home, like Stef said, in the entertainment room, but when you're down there, it puts you in the mindset of entertainment, right? Like if I'm in this room, I want to play Switch or drink, neither of which are really conducive to exercise. We can argue we can argue that Switch Fit is something or whatever it is, Nintendo Fit, the Wii Fit stuff. But so we decided to make that space in the garage. So this weekend, we're going to put some time into it. We'll take some pictures. We'll share it out over our Twitter. Please do follow us on Twitter at Baz&Bigly, BAZNBIGLY. That's right, it's Z because we're north of the border. So we're really looking forward to that. We'll share out a lot of stuff in there. We're going to do a video time lapse of setting up the flooring, setting up the dojo, as it were. I have a hanging bag, a heavy bag that I have to stuff and fill. And then hopefully next week we'll be in a position to start doing some technique, start doing some footwork, and then eventually start doing some bag work. And we have kick pads and all that good stuff. I'm really excited about it. It's probably going to feel like pretty weird at first, but we'll get there. This format's amazing. Congrats to you both. Loved you both. Can't wait to see you all in person ASAP. Hard agree, Chirexis. Yes. Thank you very much for checking us out, for hanging out as always, of course, and for interacting with us. And thank you to all of you for spending your Friday morning with us. This is the first hiccup I've done on air in a long time.
Yeah.
It's not what I was going to say. This is the first Baz&Bigly Morning Show in the new format. Coming up next week, we're going to have actual transitions and a look and feel for those segments. So it'll be a little bit more formalized in just the right way. It will keep it nice and random. And of course, that interaction that brings us here week after week and hopefully is valuable for you to come back week over week as well. Also coming up on Monday, we're starting community gaming with Among Us in the evenings too. So keep an eye out for that. Right. Join us on the Discord if you haven't done so already. I have to figure out how to do commands so I can give you those links and not just talk to you about them. But as always, please do like the stream. Throw us a follow on Facebook if you haven't done so already. Greatly appreciate your support. Bigly, any last thoughts, last words?
No, just come and watch us play in PJs tomorrow and you'll find out what game we picked.
That's right. Tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific time is the Baz&Bigly pajama stream, Baz&Bigly Gaming.
And 4 p.m. Greenwich Mean
GMT.
Yes.
Well done. It's going to be either Ghost of Tsushima or Mortal Kombat 11. We might have to fight to get to the bottom of it before we ever download one or the other or both. But until next time, friends.
No.
What's that? Oh, hey, thank you for the bits, Polyhedral. This is going to be every morning during the week because I just bolted from my other favorite morning streamers and looking for new ones. Oh, absolutely, sir. We are here every Friday morning at this time, 7 a.m. Eastern.
Just Fridays, though.
9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific. Sorry, just Friday mornings.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah, not every morning. Just Friday mornings. Yeah. I'd love to do a daily, but I'm streaming on Squad during the mornings.
You are.
In the day, so you can check us out /Squadcast on Twitch. So good times. Now back to cleaning side. Well, we hopefully can provide a brief escape, and that one didn't come up either for some reason.
I know, that's so weird.
It didn't sync over. I think we'll have all these kinks worked out by the end of next week. But Friday morning, yeah, please do find us here 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific. And, of course, pajama stream tomorrow. Roll up in your PJs with us, grab a coffee, and we will be playing either Ghost or Mortal Kombat 11. Until next time, friends, happy gaming, be good to one another, and we'll see you tomorrow morning right back here on Baz&Bigly, your streaming platform of choice, wherever you choose. Love to see you on Facebook Gaming. Madam Bigley, anything to add? A big yawn to start your Friday morning. That bodes well for the rest of the weekend. Until then, friends, we'll see you soon. Bigley, do the thing.
Bye-bye.
Peace, everybody.